Welcome back, I'm Jared Danford. Today we're going to talk about the ball placement. Alright, we're just going to talk about general ball placement when it comes to your irons. I see this played in the wrong place quite often. Talk about where it should be, and if we put it in the wrong spots, how that affects our golf swing. So if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, and we'll go ahead and get going. Alright, so ball placement when it comes to our irons. When you set up to it, and this is the way most of us should probably try to set up to it, is start with your feet together and then just move one out and one back. All right, it's too hard if you move them all over the place trying to find it. Just make it as simple as possible. But what I want to see is I want to see that ball placement feel like it is off of your left ear, or kind of where a lot of people have logos on their shirt. All right, so I'd rather see you play it a little bit forward than in that position. All right, because when we add axis tilt, that's actually where the bottom of our swing is versus any other position. So that's where the good ball position should be. So what happens when we have poor ball position? If you put it too far forward, okay, you're gonna hit a lot of stuff thin, and of course we have a few extra seconds for the club face to close down. So we're gonna hit a lot of stuff left, and then we're gonna start making modifications with how we release it to try to hit it straight. Okay, so a lot of times when I see people have issues in their golf swing is because their ball placement or their setup started to lead them astray. They didn't get it checked up, they didn't know what was going on, and they just kept on practicing, and so their body made modifications for them to hit the ball. And then things kind of get out of whack. All right, a common big mistake that I tend to see is when people set up to it, they're tired of hitting it fat, so they put it in the back of their swing or in the back of their stance. When you put it in the back of your stance, all right, if you're hitting down at it, it's going to be very hard. So most people, when they have it in the back of their stance, they don't actually hit down at it. They are the people who tend to fall back away from it, okay? They hit a lot of stuff thin. They really struggle with wedge shots. So if you're somebody who blades it across the green a lot because you've always heard put it in the back of your stance, which is correct, but you got some other issues kind of going on. So you might try changing your ball position until you go see your local pro and kind of get things straightened out. Okay, so besides the issue of falling backwards when the ball's in the back of your stance, most common fault when the ball's in the back of the stance is the club starts to swing inside. All right, and we know when the club swings inside, we try to get it back on plane somehow. So we come across it like that, we make those big divots, we hit those chunks, we hit occasional good shots, all right? And that's when putting the ball in the back of the stance does. It causes the club to swing more inside. So the next time you go out, if you're somebody who struggles with falling backwards, blading stuff, change your ball position. Make sure it's a little bit more forward. Have your little axis tilt. All right, I'll attach the video to the top so you can watch something on axis tilt. All right, and just make sure we can still hit down at it. We can still shift our weight forward with that ball being forward. When it's back, we're not going to shift our weight because we'll probably swing across it or even top the front of the golf ball. We're more likely to fall backwards, take the club inside. All right, so ball position makes a huge difference. Go home, check it, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you back here.